Okay, Noni, welcome, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Welcome, welcome. So, stop eating the. Let's just get this over with. Don't touch the camera stand. Oh no. Ah, Sophia, leave this thing nice. Leave the camera stand. Hey. Hello and welcome to Living Love with Lola Go. My name is Lola Go, and thank you for playing this video. On this channel, we are basically into people who have encountered God, Jehovah God, living love, love Himself, and they would come share their story, talk about what God has done in their lives, and vivid experiences of how they know that it could only have been God. So welcome. I would also be sharing my experiences with God Himself, my little experiences. So I hope that you're blessed and inspired even as you watch this. This is a faith space. Please share, evangelize with this video. Sure, do that. Then subscribe, like, because I'll be dropping some really inspiring videos consistently, okay? Sorry, I've got a PA here with me, okay? So I love you. Thank you for coming to this channel. And I hope that you have an amazing ride till Jesus comes. Thank you for watching. Special shout out to Dr. Olumide on this new video, my first ever person I'm interviewing. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing your story. God bless you. Thank you for watching in advance, and see you in the next video. Bye. Say bye.
So my name is Blessing Holumide George Hojo. I'm a medical doctor currently doing my residency program in one of the hospitals in Germany, and I am a married woman. I got married in 2019 to a very amazing husband who is a very strong supportive system and has really helped me in this journey. It is my career journey. So my career into medicine basically. First of all, okay, so I have 3 siblings, and I was born into a believers family. I mean, my parents are pastors, so I grew up in church. So I grew up like knowing God, and thank God I was blessed to be in a family where I was in first like to do things. So we grew up to actually know God for who He is and for ourselves, so which is such a blessing, and which is something I'm grateful to my parents for, because I mean I can really be stubborn, but you know what, pastor's kids is not easy. That's a task on its own. And so yeah, I grew up knowing God as a father, knowing God as somebody I could trust and rely on. But then I've made my mistakes there, having times of doubt. First of all, let me give you a background story. Like, I didn't choose to be to be a medical doctor. It wasn't something that like, oh, I grew up like right from my mother's womb. I was like, I'm going to be a medical doctor. Nah. So I remember having a conversation with my dad, and he was like, oh, what would you like to be? I was like, yeah, I want to be a banker. I mean, like, see the way they dress right, especially those ones in Nigeria, the ones that make the good money. And so I was like, yeah, I want to be a banker. And he gave me some pros and cons. I was like, oh, no banking. I was like, okay, I'm sure me. Oh, it's really nice to be a medical doctor. And that's how my career or my journey into medicine started. And it's not been an easy one, because I did, like, at the end of the day, it took me 12 years to be a medical doctor, to have 12 years plus, actually, when we were talking about like to have the license to practice. I did 3 years, if you were to count pre-degree year also, so it's like 4 years in Nigeria before I moved to Lithuania to start all over again. Like, back in Nigeria in my 3rd year, I failed my MBBS exam, and instead of changing to another course, I decided to start all over again, which is one of the best decisions I ever made in my life, because it wasn't just about giving me a new opportunity for my career. It was like the whole little bit they changed and everything. I really became so formed, to involve into who God really wanted me to be, and which is amazing. And I remember in my third year, when I was preparing for my third year MBBS exam, God gave me He gave me Proverbs 3:6. It says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He should direct your path." I mean, like when you're writing exam and you had that kind of, well, what will you think? So I thought, oh, I will haste my exam, but the exam hexed me or hacked me. And yeah, so I was at that point in time I was hungry at God. I had so many questions, because I mean, I read, I did everything, it wasn't just it, but that was one of the best things that ever happened to me ever. So I started my career journey like in Lithuania, which to my host PDT also like was prolonged by a year. Another story for another day. So, well, then I finished my medical school, from the medical school in 2019, and I got married in 2019 also, by the way. So I decided to move to Germany. Why did I choose Germany? Like for me, finishing in the EU, by the way, like I can work in any of the EU countries without I just needed to like write a language exam, and then I'm able to work. I don't have to do so much process to be able to work, which is one of the good things about studying within here. So yeah, coming to Germany, like I needed to study the language all over again, which is a challenge on its own. So but then I didn't give up. I was really so bad. I didn't really like language, but that's one of the, like, that's a part I chose to. So I was ready to go into it, so I went with it, but I went with it with God. I remember moving to Germany for the first time. I didn't know the person. I was meeting the person for the first time, the person I was staying with, but God like ordained my steps. Like, so like for every strangers I met, like God has a way of doing it. And I remember for you to do your licensing exam in Germany, there's so many processes, there's so many like letters or some stuff you have to get for you to be able to even apply for your licensing exam. And I remember that the person I was staying with, like God just did the whole connection. I was able to get someone, like a medical doctor that was from my home country. All I wanted to do was just a medical checkup, and that was, I just got like connected to this person. I was really a support system for me to be able to get everything I want to be able to get my medical license, which by the way is not even a Christian, he's a Muslim. But God can use those. Like I got to realize that God can even use those when he's ready, when he's involved in your life, and God is involved in your life. And by the way, I'm a medical doctor, but medicine is on me. I tell people close to me know that I can be a cleaner, and I'm still going to be this wonderful child of God I am. By the way, I am really amazing child of God, and I am also very, very creative. Like I can think on my thoughts and be like, this is what we to do, this is it, to do it. That's another story. But I God has blessed me. Like I can really be like, okay, I can really come up with ideas. That's one thing I'm grateful to God for. And my father is full of wisdom, so yeah, I'm full of wisdom. I'm humble. so by the way, let's go back to so with that true medical checkup and everything, I was able to connect to somebody from my home country, and I was able to help, and I was able to get everything I needed for my medical licensing exam. And my medical licensing exam, God did it for me. I prepared, but I prepared it fair. I remember when I was in, I was so scared, because when you hear the rate of people failing, oh my God, it was a lot. But then, oh my God, and one thing I need to say is that my husband was a supportive sister. So girl, get a very supportive husband. Oh boy, get a very supportive wife. That's very, very important, whether you're a believer or whatever. A very supportive partner goes a long way to make your life easier. I am a testimony of that. So I remember that there were times I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Who send me work and everything? And my husband, like, we just keep searching. Oh yes, I remember that I was in there. I woke up and be like, husband, I think I was gonna do masters. Like, I think I'm done. I don't want to like go through this whole process again. And it was like, okay, yeah, fine, you want to do master, let's start looking for a job and everything. And as in that goes a long way, because it was really a jungle period for me. when I did my licensing exam, God helped me miraculously. I passed it. I don't know how, because if I was to judge myself, I wasn't expecting, but God helped me. I really did work. I doesn't mean I didn't work hard, but like judging myself, yeah. So I passed my licensing exam, had to was, which is yay. And then like I started in the interview processing and everything. Where when I was preparing for my licensing exam, I also did some internships, what we call in German we call it hospitation. Like we did some internships and everything. So at the end, I was able to work with one of these hospitals for my internship. And then I remember when I just started my internship, oh my god, there was so much premium tears, because like I really did not have this so much experience. I studied in an English in English language, and then when you're working with people in another language, it's so different. But God really did help me. Like the first 6 months was very, very stressful. I remember like I go to work before 7, I come back home like after 7 p.m. just because I really need to get some things done and everything. And I come home like I was scared to go back to work. I was scared because like, and then I was really studying, I was really praying to God. I think one of the prayer points I was really praying that God, please help me, like give me wisdom, help me to know what to do, help me to know how to get about it, and grant unto me favor. And I think one of the prayers I prayed was like, God, please give me somebody that can speak for me, and which God answered in his own ways. Because right now I'm so relaxed, I'm like, work, I'm like, yeah, let's go to work. Like I wake up like a few minutes to work, just dress up and like, yeah, let's go to work. And 3 times I'm like, oh guys, I am going by. And it took a lot of hard work, but it took God. Just going to say like career, for one, I can't say there is a particular way to choose your career, because I was opportunity to have a support system right from when I was growing up, people to guide me in my careers, and people to give me financial support, because I really messed up on this my career journey. But God helped me. I mean, God was like, this crazy girl of mine, don't worry, I shall have mercy upon you and everything. I know there's not so many people that have the opportunity that I had to be able, like after so many years, to start all over again. That's why the expenses and everything, and because of that, that's where they had the career they had now. If you're to ask, they want to be in another career. But for me, that's why I believe that it's the career is not you. Like, you're a wonderful person, you're made in the image of God, that the breath of God is in us. So I could be anything I want to be. I think I would have been an amazing lawyer. My friends know, like I can, like I could have worked in the IT sector. I would do fine. Like I could be an amazing, what's it called, a cleaner or whatever it is, and I was to show for the glory of God in me. Because what matters is not what I am, is who I am, not this physical person, but the person God has called me to be. And regardless of what I'm doing, God is there. As long as God is with me, I'm going to be successful. That's the way I see it. But yes, I'm opportunity to be a medical doctor. I do not take it for granted and everything. So I cannot really say like, oh, God works in mysterious ways. I'm not going to say, oh, God can say specifically. Yeah, God can say specifically, this is what I want you to do. I mean, he called pastors. Pastor is a career also. And you being a politician and everything, there are people God called for a specific assignment. There are people that they find themselves in a career just because of the circumstances or because of the information they have at hand. So that's the way it is. But the major thing is that God is involved in everything. God is not limited in just those people he specifically called. So what I'm going to say is I had so many challenges, like I said, and my challenge right now is being the Holy African at my clinic. The most thing I want to do now is to be able to show forth God in what I do, like and I'm already doing it. People already seen the difference, and I see like I see the way like people are happy to work with me now, and because then I'm going to give them all the support they need and everything. But I want to be more than that. Like I want like to have the hands of healing. That's my whole challenge. I want to be able to be like, okay, this girl, there's something special about her. and that is the glory of God in our life. So that's my whole challenge now, and just to remain in this level and to be able to do more, and of course be able to balance my career and my family. I love my husband so much. I want to have kids and everything like that. I want to be able to give everything. I want to be able to give my 100% to my career, to my family, which I think by God's grace it's possible, and that's one thing I'm really looking for. And I just want to encourage somebody right now, like God, the major thing is make sure God is with you, no matter the career, no matter even what to be a housewife. Housewife is a career until, like, it depends on how you see it. But the major thing is a show for the glory of God. Let people see God in whatever you're doing. That is a major thing. And then be hardworking. The Bible says we need to be diligent. You have to study. You have to, like, you cannot compare yourself to other people. There are people that will be better than you. It's fine. Okay, there are people better than you, fine, but the major thing is that for you not to remain in that spot you have to keep getting better every day. Share the premium test, but don't stay there. Don't let it be a limit, but let it be like a challenge to you. So whether you're a guy, you're a boy, you're a lady, or whatever you are, like, don't, like, God called us to be more in Him. It's not just for us to be giants in the churches or wherever we are, but even at our places of career. Our career is also our ministry, so you just have to fight through it. The fire, the water can be in the career, but remember, God says He's going to be with us. That's what counts. Keep praying. God will send people, and then be able to voice out to people around you. There are always people that will be able to help you. So I just want to encourage you, don't give up. God is Alpha and Omega. Believe me, if I'm to say all the stories, God has really helped me. That I got to this place, I never knew I was going to get there. I wanted to give up so many times, but the one that He's the Omega, it was what He kept putting things through. He kept putting, even when I wasn't seeing it, He kept leading me. So I'm just going to leave you with this word: trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He's going to direct your path, which includes your career.